A very good morning to each one of you present here. I, Dr. Sakshi Singh, on behalf of the entire Amity University, extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed delegation from the prestigious University of Lincoln, UK. We have the honor of having amongst us and welcoming Professor Neil Jester, Vice Chancellor, University of Lincoln, Professor Peng, Associate Pro Vice Chancellor, University of Lincoln, Ms. Chanchaljeet Besle, Regional Manager for Southeast Asia, and Sutripti Sengupta, Senior Recruitment Manager. I also take this opportunity to warmly welcome our esteemed dignitaries from across the Amity Education Group for being a part of this important event today. It is my honor to welcome and introduce to you our guiding light and mentor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, Director General, Amity Group of Institutions, and Vice Chairman, Global Foundation for Learning Excellence. Dr. Singh has an extensive experience of more than 28 years in institution building, teaching, consultancy, research, and industry. A renowned scholar and academician in the area of international business, he holds a prestigious doctorate in the area along with a postgraduate degree from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, where he illustriously topped with 7 merits. Dr. Singh holds the distinction of being the youngest founder pro-vice chancellor of Amity University for 2 terms, the founder director general of Amity International Business School, and the founder CEO of Associations of International Business School, London. He has been instrumental in establishing various Amity campuses abroad at London, USA, Singapore, Mauritius, Australia, Tashkent, and many other parts of the world. Dr. Singh has spoken at various international forums, which include the $1 million prestigious Roundtable Conference at Harvard Business School, New York University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, University of Berkeley, California State University, Deakin, Canberra, Queensland, and many more. He has received more than 25 international and national awards and has graced a host of talk shows on various TV channels. Dr. Singh is a visionary leader and a champion of global education initiatives and has played a pivotal role in fostering international collaborations and promoting cross-cultural learning opportunities for students and scholars across the globe. Without any further ado, may I request Sir to please kindly address the august gathering.
It's really a privilege when you meet your friends. So very warm welcome to our very able delegation and our very close friends from Lincoln University. On behalf of our founder, Dr. Chauhan, our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, on my own behalf as a Group Vice Chancellor, we have got now 12 universities in India. So we have got 12 Vice Chancellors. All the Vice Chancellors, about 26 Director Generals, very senior deans, presidents, director, DGs, deans, faculty members, very warm welcome to you. We have got a small presentation for you, Professor Jester, so that you know that what MIT is all about. And from there, we will take it forward, our discussions. So once again, we feel so privileged that Professor Neil Jester, who is one of the noted academicians, academic leader, along with Professor Peng Isit, who is the Associate Pro Vice Chancellor, Ms. Chanchaljeet, Ms. Tupsa Sengupta, Ms. Kaur, they are here as a part of the University of Lincoln, UK. I was invited to give a talk at the British Council with them, which we couldn't this week. Because of the reasons I have explained. But we look forward to have a very close association with the Lincoln University, for whom we have got the highest respect. MIT is a brainchild and a dream of our founder, Dr. Chauhan, who after spending more than 3 decades in Europe, came to Asia with a very clear vision, with a very clear aim, that we should be able to create a university which can transform the education space. And with that vision, we started working with our partners, with our associates, with the best of the brains of India, Asia, and other parts of the world to create the meaningful institutions. Today, MET is the largest education group of India. We have got more than 200,000 students. I was talking to our director admission and he said that this year the total number has touched 250,000. So 6,000 faculty and scientists, which are on full-time employment, an equal number as adjunct faculty. We have got 11 universities and 12th university in Hyderabad is in process. We have got universities in Noida, where you are sitting here, Gurugram, Greater Noida, Lucknow, Jaipur, Mumbai, Gwalior, Kolkata, Raipur, Ranchi, Patna. We have got largest number of institutions in India, 150 in the various parts of India, and have got 16 foreign campuses and university statuses in the various part of the world, including our humble presence in UK. We are located at Bradford Square next to the British Museum, where we have got the university status. We are using this campus mainly for the study abroad program, for short duration programs, and to strengthen our research linkages with the various universities, and also to look at that how we can implement T&E model in the various parts of the world. We have got 2 campuses now in Singapore. We acquired the building and the campus of Chicago Business School. So we are at if you happen to be in Singapore and you tell them that which are the best 100 heritage buildings, they will show you the campus of MIT as one of the heritage buildings there. We acquired St. John's University, 172 acres campus at Long Island. So it's a beautiful campus with a private beach, with the world-class facilities, where we are also developing Harrow schools. So we have tried to bring Harrow schools of UK to USA and to India. We have got our university in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Mauritius, South Africa, Kenya. And after working very closely with the various partners and opening various campuses in India and abroad, we have started now working very closely with the various governments. So on the invitation of government of Uzbekistan, we created the first IT university in Tashkent, which has got now more than 2,000 students. Similarly, on the invitation of government of Netherlands, we went and we opened up a school in Amsterdam. We have got a school of sustainability in San Francisco, and 2 more universities coming up, one in Australia, another in Canada. We have got 28 schools and preschools in India. Your colleagues who are from India, maybe that they will brief you that our schools, they are one of the most prestigious schools where the admission is very difficult. Out of the 31 who apply to us, we pick up 1. So that is the ratio. In the last 4 years, CBSE is the largest board, Professor Jester here, from where the students, they apply to us. And though we offered both IB board and the CBSE board, but the topper of class 12th and class 10th from the last 4 years, they are from the MIT international schools, where the hundreds and thousands of students, they give examinations. So you can very clearly see the quality of the students about which we were talking when we were taking tea together. So it's a highly qualitative schools, and the education system and the quality standards of MIT are really high. About 96% of our students in schools, they have scored more than 95% marks. So you can say A+ grade, if we convert it into grade system, to 95% of the students, they give you a testimony that what kind of quality our schools are offering, and they serve as a feeder school to our university and to the universities where we have got a partnership. Also, you will find that the research is in the DNA in this ecosystem. India is changing very, very fast. So, and that's the reason, and this is what I wanted to speak at British Council also. The system of education, the new education policy has created many opportunities. And I think that MIT is one such institution which has been able to implement, because people are thinking about it, they are talking about it. But at MIT, we have been able to implement the new education policy in total. So you will find that this is an institution where the research and innovation is in the DNA of everyone. There are very senior scientists who are sitting in this meeting. We have specially requested them, and I will request them later to introduce. But we work very closely with some of the leading scientists of the world. we were able to bring the #1 scientist who used to work with Dr. Kalam, who was the nuclear scientist and became the president of India. And he was here, Dr. Silvamurthy. You can see Dr. Nutan Kaushik here, Dr. Gopal. One of the leading scientists. They worked at a secretary level in government of India, which is the highest level and we, on our request, they have been able to join us and help us that how we can create that system. But you will find that a number of patents which this institution has filed, they are the highest in the country. And we are the private group, education group. Last year, we got an award of commercializing highest patent. So it's not only that we are doing research, we are doing commercial research, which is complementary to the industry. Along with it, it's the international expansion and domestic expansion. That 20 million square feet of buildings, and these are all greenfield projects. Where you are sitting, it's a greenfield project. So we created it. Highest number of programs, 400 programs. Highest number of case studies. Our business schools have been able to publish. We have got the very senior people from a business school sitting here. But this is what we have been able to do. We work very closely with the Case Center UK and with the Harvard Business School to produce video cases. And that is what our business schools are trying to achieve. Also, technology plays a very important role in our all programs, especially in our business schools. We were the first one to launch few programs which no one has ever launched in India. We launched AI MBA in international business, AI consulting, data science, and business intelligence 7 years back, when people were still thinking that what should be the curriculum. And you will find that some of the leading institutions, like for example in liberal arts, in law, in our business school, in School of Biotechnology, in journalism and communication, where people used to think that AI and engineering has nothing to play. We have involved a system, a curriculum, where technology plays a very important role. For example, in a law school, we are concentrating on cyber laws. We have created a PhD program, which is highly technology oriented program. So the students which are coming out from our institutions, they are not only knowing their subjects, but they are concentrating on the multidisciplinary approach and disciplines. Ongoing 400 research projects makes us the largest partner of Government of India. And this is the metrics on which we work. We are able to offer almost all segments where we are concentrating. For example, if you do Google that which is the best pre-nursery school in the country, you will find Amion. So these are again very premium schools which we are running. K-12 schools, which are known as MIT International Schools and MIT Global Schools. Undergrad programs, postgraduate programs. Largest number of research scholars at the university. Postdoctoral research. We are the #1 and the best in the distance and online education. We'll give you around, and you will come to know that what we are offering in the online space. Largest partner of Government of India for corporate training. We are giving training to almost all the public sector and continuing education. This slide will give you an overview of what kind of affiliations we have. You will find that almost all the premium affiliations of the country we have been able to get in the premium category. But what makes us unique is that we are the only university of Asia which has got both accreditation, one from QA with the quality standards Professor Jester you were talking about, and from VASC from America. So, the only South Asia's university which has got these both the accreditation, which means that we can transfer our credits to the UK universities, and at the same time, UK universities can pass on their credits to us. So curriculum is very internationally mapped. Similarly, American universities, we have been able to map with our curriculum. In terms of ranking, we are amongst the top 3% universities globally as per the QSE and THE. But what makes us unique is that we are the best in country when it comes to international collaborations, international student ratio, and international research network, including all public and private sectors. you will find MIT, where you are sitting. This has got a score of 21.8 as per the QS ranking. And the next best university, which is in the NCR region, is Jamia Millia Islamia, which is a public sector university, has got a score of 4.4. So you can see that we are not only leading, but leading with a remarkable margin. Similarly, our international research linkages, we are amongst the top 3. As per the latest ranking, the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister has been to link education with the careers, with the employment. And I think the only private university, which is competing with the public sector universities and which is amongst the top 6 in the country is MIT. IIT Delhi, these are the government institutions. ISC Bangalore, IIT Mumbai, IIT Ahmedabad, and IIT Kharagpur. All of them, they are the premium league universities of the country, institutions of the country, and the only private education group which is actually in this league is MIT. So concentration of MIT is not only to impart education, but to see and ensure that whatever we are teaching, we are giving, we should be able to see and ensure that it transforms into the wonderful careers. The slide will give you an overview of the institutions which we run and their ranking. For example, our International Business School, the best in the country. Our School of Biotechnology, the best in country. Our School of Agriculture, best in country. Our law school is the best private law school of the country. Our School of Journalism and Communication, again the best in the country. And these are very reputed rankings which portray MIT and where they stand today. This is a photograph of MIT University, Dubai. And you will find that we have not only contributed in the growth of the Middle East, but we also got very recently award of giving the best infrastructure and intellectual capital in the Middle East. That's a photograph of our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, whose photograph appeared in the Forbes front page. Our all campuses are US Green Building Council Platinum certified. This is a photograph of our campus where you are sitting right now. This is our Greater Noida campus. This is our 40 acres campus in Lucknow. This is our 150 acres campus in Jaipur. This is our 110 acres campus in Gurgaon. This is our Mumbai campus, 100 acres campus in Gwalior. This is our beautiful campus in Kolkata. This is our Raipur campus. This is our Jharkhand campus. This is our Patna campus. This is MIT University in Punjab, in Mohali. It's on 40 acres campus. And this is a new university which we have set up in Bangalore. It is at 60 acres campuses. These are the photographs of our international campuses: MIT Singapore, MIT Mauritius, MIT New York, Nairobi, Tashkent, London. Our schools at Amsterdam, at Dubai, in Sharjah, in Singapore. And this is what we are doing at UK. This is a photograph of our campus at Bradford Square in UK. MIT was the first one from our country which had permanent roots in UK. And though that goes back to 2009, where we thought that we should be able to interact with some of the leading universities of UK. And we thought that we have to be present in UK to interact with them most meaningfully. We wanted to work very closely with the scientists in UK. We wanted to work with the various universities of UK very closely. We wanted to understand the education space of UK. We wanted that large number of students from India, they should go to UK. And similarly, from UK, they should be able to come to India. And that is a reason that we have been informed that now in 2023, we have been able to send highest number of students which any university has sent to UK from our education group. We have got the most trusted partner status with UK High Commission for granting of visa. The largest partner of UKERI and Turing scheme, under which many UK universities have participated under our India Immersion program. This is again a very unique program, Professor Jester, where we invite UK students to be a part of our ecosystem. They are here. We not only teach them, but we also help them to work with the industry. So we take them to Old Delhi, but we also take them to some of the new age technological innovative industries. And by the time they go, they write their reports. We take them to Indian theater, we expose them to Indian music. We also give them the structured program that if they have to start a business in India, then how they can start their businesses in India. And this is a very popular program, maybe that you can consider sending your students also for this program under the Turing scheme. Not only that we are collaborating on TNE or on articulation, we are trying to bring some of the leading brands of the world to India and giving them to the world. Again, the only education group of the world which has brought Harrow to India. So Harrow schools, our first Harrow school is fully operational in Bangalore. And the second one is coming up in New York, which will be fully operational in 2024. And similar model we want to do in the higher education space. With the new education policy coming up, the government of India is trying hard that we should be able to bring and deliver quality education in India. And that is a reason that we are looking for a brand, a UK brand, which is open not only to get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 students, but able to give the quality education in all parts of India. So I think that is a proposal which we are giving you, that in case you are interested, we can have a co-branded programs where the first part of the program, which is in the common course, can be delivered in India, and rest of the program can be delivered at your university in Lincoln. But with the new education policy, these are the opportunities which are in front of us. Earlier, joint degrees, twinning degrees, and dual degrees were not allowed. They are allowed now. And there are very few universities where the ecosystem is already existing. And MIT is one such universities. This is an economy which is a economy of young people. We have got the youngest population of the entire world, which is eager, which is thirsty, which want to perform, which is looking for an opportunity. And that is what we are offering to the world. And the ecosystem which MIT has been able to create, we want students to be going across the globe, taking experience and then converting that experience into creating their own ventures or working for some of the top brands and becoming asset to their countries and to our own country. We're trying that we should be able to bring some of the good UK universities to India and to have the co-branded or joint campuses. And it is quite possible without any investments or without substantial investments, where a campus in campus concept can be explored. You were talking about your presence in China and in other parts of the world. We can look at that how we can have a meaningful presence of your university in India also, without compromising on quality. We are very cautious when we make our procedures. It's highly qualitative, but also at the same time, we want that education should be deep into the pyramid. It means that we should be able to attract the best of the brains to our education system. We have the system where we are offering large number of scholarships to the students. The students who are getting 95% and higher marks, we are able to offer them 100 up to 100% scholarships. So which is and that's the reason that we are able to attract some of the best students. Integrating technology, I think this is something which is very, very important. Under the TNE model, we don't want that we should be only teaching students, but we want our foreign partners to be a part of the teaching process. And we know that it may be difficult for any foreign university to send 100% of their staff to India for the first few years to teach. So that is a reason that we have created a technology which we have very successfully implemented during COVID. This was the university which was not even closed for a single minute. So the moment the government decided that because of the COVID, universities need to be closed, we transformed and we changed from one mode to the other mode. And the mode was e-learning mode, virtual mode. And students got similar outputs, rather better outputs. So same portal we are using now, and we will invite you to use this portal. And if we collaborate, we will be using this portal to bring our faculties together. We strongly believe that leadership role is only to decide on the vision, and rest of the things have to be done by the academics of the universities. And that's the reason there's 100% freedom which is given to the faculty to decide on the courses, to do the research, to look at that what kind of valuable collaborations they will be able to bring, what kind of projects they are able to do. Each one of them is a success story who is sitting here. On your right, Dr. Nutin Kaushik, who is sitting, she has done numerous projects. She is one of the known agriculture scientists of the country, right, who has got the grant of millions of dollars. I think there's not a day when she doesn't call up and tells us that this is a grant which we have been able to get, working very passionately in developing. Dr. Gopal is one of the leading scientists of the country. And when he was superannuating, we requested and we said that, sir, why don't you join and come us, guide us? And he came, and he works very closely with the #1 scientist of the country, Dr. W. Silvamurthy, who's the president of the STIF. Both of them, they are trying hard to create an ecosystem where we should be able to not only file largest number of patents in the country, but to commercialize that technology. I can see Professor Tomer sitting next to him, and he is the one who is trying to look at that law schools are able to bring lot of changes in the system. And similarly, we can see School of Drama, School of Fine Arts, School of Biotechnology, our business schools, all of them, I think that they will introduce themselves, but they have brought so many changes in the system. So I think that e-learning and co-branded programs can play a very, very important role. We are also open to inviting UK students and offering them internship and placement opportunities. I think that India, being the 5th largest economy and very soon to be the 3rd largest economy of the world has to understand India, and India has to understand the world. So we are trying that if we are able to bring the foreign students and able to integrate them with the industry, it will help. So this is another program which we are doing with all the Group 8 universities of Australia. They come here in November, December, and we introduce them to the various industries. Similarly, from India, this year, from MIT, we have been able to create 117 positions in Europe for our students, where they will be going and they will be working in the various parts of the world to understand that how they are transforming their industry. We will like to have similar association with you. To call your students to be a part of our ecosystem. And this is based on scholarships, very liberal scholarships industry is providing. Similarly, we are looking at becoming the research and training partners and consulting partners of yours. In India, especially at MIT, you will find that there is hardly a day when we are not filing the projects, where one partner has to be a foreign partner. Being the largest partner of Government of India, we have been bidding for various projects. So this is another area we would like to explore with you. So far with Lincoln, I think that we are talking on articulation and T&E model, which is concentrating on business management, agriculture, engineering, and biotechnology. But we are keen, and that's the reason that we have requested a law school, our liberal arts, our School of Drama, our School of Fine Arts to be here. To be looking at that what all we can do in the other areas also. We would like to explore the opportunities of joint degrees and dual degrees. We'll try to look at campus in campus concept, which is a T&E model. Joint research, I think, which we can achieve very easily. It's a norm at MIT that along with one internal PhD guide, a scholar has to take compulsory another guide from the foreign university. So I think that is another area which can help both the universities to improve their H index. Today, the H index of MIT is amongst the top universities of India. So we want that our scientists, our social scientists, our business school scientists, they should be working together, and we can do the co-branded research work also. These are the few projects which we have done. We have welcomed highest number of students under the New Colombo Plan, under the USAID system, under the Erasmus Plus, and the UCARI scheme. And this is India Immersion Program, and you can see large number of UK students coming to us under this scheme. And this is a photograph of various ambassadors who are part of the Ambassador Lecture Series. We were very happy to welcome your ambassador, His Excellency, Mr. Alex. The day he joined, the next day he spoke at the university. Similarly, you will find the US ambassador, ambassador of Australia, ambassador of New Zealand, all of them, they coming to campus and speaking to us. Uh, the, the, we run a series called Nobel Laureate series. Under these series, we call some of the leading Nobel laureates of the world to be a part of our university. They come, they stay here in the university, and they become an inspiration for our scholars. These are the various disciplines. We offer more than 60 disciplines, highest number of disciplines any university can offer. And you were talking about the e-learning platform. This is a project which actually gave the direction to the e-learning of the entire country. When Dr. Kalam became the president of India, he took the delegation from India of about 19 vice chancellors and to Addis Ababa. And there he declared that we want to create a system where we would like to educate African students free of cost. MIT became the largest partner of Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs, and we implemented this project. More than 80,000 students have taken a benefit of this project. And this is what we do in the area of skills and vocational training. We have got a very strong polytechnic where we are offering skills and vocational training. While we were coming in the institution, I showed you the finishing school where we want that all the students, they should also not only take the academic knowledge, but they should be finishing their education in such a way that they are employable. More than 500 companies have been incubated from our incubator. And these are our research linkages across the globe, which has created our very good ecosystem with the industry. We became the largest partner of Government of India. There's no public sector where we are not offering our programs. We say that university has no meaning if the education is not for the community. So whatever little we do, we try to give back to the community. So from the last 3 days, all the class captains means the class representatives, they are having a marathon meeting with our deans, and I myself am attending those ones. So top leadership sits with them to give them an idea that the life is not only about creating money, but also distributing money. Life is not only about creating resources, but also distributing resources. Life is not only about being successful, but making others also successful. And that's the reason that we have adopted more than 200 villages nearby. In the history of Noida, if you will ask someone that what is the contribution of MIT, you will find that people will say that we have played a very major role in the country, in the education space, and we have played a very major role in the development of this area. We have taken the responsibility of developing villages. We have also taken a responsibility to see that underprivileged children, they become success stories. We have adopted every year, we adopt 3,000 students from the underprivileged sector, 2,000 girls, 1,000 boys, and right from the pre-nursery to their PhD level, whatever they want to study, we fund it. And it's good to see when they become IAS officers, they become judges, they become the success stories. And somewhere in the convocation, it gives us the satisfaction that we have been able to contribute in their lives. The future of MIT is 35 universities in every state and in the Union Territory, 100 campuses across the country, 50 universities and campuses across the globe. But certainly, it's such a privilege to welcome you, Professor Jester, to see Professor Peng, Professor Miss Chanchaljeet, Miss Sen Gupta, and Miss Kaur. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, sir, for sharing such an insightful overview of the Amity Education Group. For the presentation on research initiatives, I invite Dr. Gopal Bhushan, Deputy Director General, Amity Directorate of Science and Innovation.
Good morning and a very warm welcome. I'm Gopal Bhushan. I work as the Director of Science and Innovation Directorate. I'm here today to represent my president, Dr. Silva Murthy, who's president of Admiti Foundation of Science Technology. So I'll give you a little overview of what we do in science technology as a resource person for all of the MIT. Majority of things you will find it's already covered by Dr. Goodin Singh, but I'll just skip them. So to start with, I, on behalf of Founder President Dr. Ashok Chauhan, once again, welcome you here. It's an honor to have you. And we are very privileged and very fortunate to work under the visionary mission of Dr. Ashok Chauhan, that our vision basically is to make India a knowledge superpower in the years to come. We are ably working under able leadership of Dr. Atul Chauhan and Dr. Asum Chauhan. They are the chancellors of MIT universities. This I'll skip. So here we have about 350 undergraduate program and postgraduate program for the students of MIT universities. These are the cutting edge technology domains and tailored specifically to meet the students' requirement and for the career and make them industry ready. This covers entire spectrum of S&T, science, technology, humanities, business, law, biotechnology, nuclear science, and liberal arts. All of them, all domain have been covered here. These are all very world-centric education programs. So this is covered by Dr. Goodin Singh, that we rank among the few top universities in the country as a private university. We have been consistently accredited by the world bodies, in national bodies, and given the certification for the best practices in education, science, technology, innovation, research.
The Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Government of India has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity University for Top Indian Academic Institution for Patents and Commercialization, a reflection of Amity's commitment to research and innovation.
Anyways, sorry about it. And as already mentioned by Dr. Goodin Singh, that we protect our intellectual property, and we be very cautious about that. Our top faculty, brilliant student researchers, they have been contributing to India's IP property. So to recognizing that, we have been consistently being recognized by the Government of India. This is an award which is given to us by Ministry of Commerce and Industry to recognize our contribution in patents and making the patents commercialization. These are the big snapshot of our total achievements in education, research, and technology domain. We have about 200,000 brilliant students working, studying here. We have 10,000 faculty and scientists, 12 university, 150 institutions. We have 35 plus centers of excellence. The latest one is the AI Center of Excellence, which we established very recently. We have 300 plus future focused programs. As I said, we already have filed about 2,000 patents, out of which 243 have been granted by the Government of India, but Patent Office. 30 technologies have been transferred to industry for commercialization, and another 200 are being identified, and there are negotiations going on. Yesterday, we had a very fortunate day that we had 2 TOTs signed by industry. We have about 35,000 plus research papers and respectable H index of 131, which is very considerably very high in the research domain. So I'll explain about MIT research ecosystem. As I mentioned that I belong to STIF and ADSI. STIF stands for MIT Science Technology Innovation Foundation. MIT Director of Science and Innovation, ADSI. And then we have a total quality management of R&D, this directorate, which looks after the quality management of education, research, grants, patents, and everything. All inclusive is looked after by total quality management directorate of MIT. And all MITians are work under 4 or 5 missions, which are given by our founder president. Mission Impossible, Mission Outcome, all approach, all of us work for outcomes. Our endeavor is to produce the best of the education, best of researchers, best of grant we get, and to for the growth of our scientists and students across the domains. This is a kind of ecosystem we have. We have seamless connectivity with the industry, with laboratories of national laboratories, foreign laboratories, and society. We have directed for IPR protections. We have directed for the innovation technology transfer. DST, Department of Science Technology, which is Government of India department. They are working with us very closely, and they funded and sponsored many research programs in MET. We have established a MET Technology Enabling Center in collaboration with DST. We have MET Center for Entrepreneurship and also MET University of eCell, that is online training program. So this is DST sponsored program, a bit of technology which are carrying out in these establishments, in these institutions of DST. Mining of basically the mission and vision of these institutes are mining of technology being developed elsewhere, and we do it here. Assessment of technologies required by MSME, the medium to small scale industries, evaluating maturity of the identified technologies, carry out market study, assessment of the technologies. We recommend the pilot stage development and co-development program. We do that with the industry support. We network with the various technology department of the Government of India, institutions, labs, and we organize workshops, seminars in collaboration with industry for the skill management, skill development, and entrepreneurship. We have about 750 plus industry which are being incubated at MET University at one point of time. We have, out of that, we have about 4,000 employment generated for them. We have international collaboration with Europe, US, and Asia. Startup by faculties and students of MET University has been the focus by our Apex management that we should have, all faculty should have at least one startup. So today we have about 10 or 15, but our aim is to have them 25 at least by the end of next year. And all our faculty are very conscious about it and working towards it to start up there. And MET universities fund them very graciously. So the key to our success is quality human resource, which we do either through network or we call them here to mentor our scientists, researchers, faculty. We call them regularly here. All the Nobel laureates have been here, and we organize talks and lectures, conferences. There are about 300 plus honorary adjunct professors working for us. Occasionally they come here and they take very focused classes for our students, for our faculty. We have a scheme under which the fellowship is offered to young bright students of MET University. Then we have Ramalingam Swami and Ramanujam Fellow programs, which are basically to attract Indians who had gone abroad for higher studies to call them back to work for the country. And it's honor to say that we, as a private university, we have largest number of these fellows coming from abroad to work here in MET University. We are international faculty coming here as a co-guide, which has been just now mentioned by Dr. Gurendra Singh. And under Synergy of Brains, the mission, we have about 300 MOUs signed with national and international agencies, especially with the top-notch universities and government institutions. The few of them I've mentioned here. John Hopkins University, USA, University of Kent, UK, Purdue universities. Likewise, we have national MOUs with leading science technology department, Government of India. These are very prestigious departments. DRDO, I belong to DRDO. DRDO is one of the leading, this is only one in defense research organization, the Government of India, which works under Ministry of Defense. We have a couple of programs signed by them. We have MOU signed with them with the laboratories of DRDO. We have MOU with the CSIR, which is Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research, and the IITs, the prestigious universities, Institution of Engineering, Science and Engineering, the IITs. We have a couple of them signed MOU with. This is a very prestigious program which we were sponsored by DITRA, the Defense Threat Reduction Agency of USA, which has funded about $1 million to our nuclear program directorate to establish nuclear security state-of-art laboratory. Program is over, very satisfactory, and we have established state-of-the-art laboratory here to train our forces, train our police, civil police, in the safeguard of nuclear and the mitigation of nuclear fallout. This has been satisfactorily done here, and we are on phase 2, talking to them again. Probably it will be before the end of the year. We will get the second phase also. Then DRDO has sponsored, they are the Defense Research Development Organization of Ministry of Defense. They have sponsored us program which is our crore Indian rupee. You see, AI-based identification of person using physiological parameters. A person, an anti-state person, can be identified in a crowd, so that it can be taken care of. With respect to our recognitions worldwide, we have been consistently being awarded and fellowship given to our faculty. We have our 24 MIT University are among 22% of top global researchers recognized by Stanford University of USA. And we have a number of fellow of Royal Society of Chemistry, FRSC. We have fellow of Royal Society of Biology, and member of Royal Society for Biology. These are the few of the program which we, as it said already, that we are very conscious that the students who come here should be trained in the latest advanced technologies and disciplines. So we keep augmenting our repertoire with latest programs. The few of them which probably are the best in the country, best in the world also, the computational biology, cancer biology. And our focus is on translation research, to how to translate the science into some deliverable products. This is the focus here. We have very recently established one MIT Institute for IAITR, MIT Institute for Translation Research, which is working with the industry to produce drugs and give it to for the benefit of society. We have molecular medicine, genome engineering, stem cell research, click technology, click chemistry. Indian system of medicine is very popular. Likewise, in the field of artificial intelligence, robotic, data science, nanotechnology, all of them we have. As I mentioned, we very recently, about 2 months back, we established one state-of-the-art AI center for carrying out research in the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. Quantum is another field which is being looked into now, is a focus area. These are the few technologies transferred to industries that I mentioned here. Likewise, these are a few more. To match our education research, we have a state-of-the-art excellent infrastructure given to our students, to faculty for their research, to augment the research acumen. And these are in all domains, all domains of science. So this is a very brief. I would be happy to work around the model which we develop here to provide you. We can provide a mapping of science technology, which we do here, with what is interested of your interest. So I'll be happy to contribute that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhushan. For the address by our visiting delegation, it is my honor to welcome and introduce to you Professor Neil Juster, Vice Chancellor, University of Lincoln, UK. Professor Neil has extensive experience in university management. He was Senior Vice Principal and Deputy Vice Chancellor at the University of Glasgow, having been initially appointed as the Vice Principal, Strategy and Resources. Previously, he was Pro-Vice Principal, Dean, and the Faculty of Engineering and Head of Department in the Department of Science, Manufacturing and Engineering Management at the University of Strathclyde. Senior Lecturer in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the University of Leeds. Professor Neil is a Fellow of the Institution of Mechanical Engineers and a member of the QAA Advisory Committee on Degree Awarding Powers. He is the Director of UL Learning and also chairs the Member Committee for the University of Lincoln Academy Trust. Thank you, Professor Neil, for being with us. May I please invite you for your kind address?
Thank you very much, particularly to Professor Singh for inviting us here today. And I'll repeat what I said when I first met you this morning. It's a pity that you couldn't come to the British Council panel session we held on Tuesday night about the employability of graduates, what industry expects and what universities produce, because you would have made a valuable contribution to that discussion, particularly seeing the values of Amity today. The University of Lincoln is a relatively new university. In fact, it may be just slightly older than Amity. We were founded originally in 1996. We haven't grown anywhere near the rate that you have, but we were founded in the city of Lincoln, which is a very important historic part of the United Kingdom. It was on the main road between London and York that the Romans built. And in the 11th, 12th century, the Normans built a castle and a cathedral in the city, which is still there and attracts a lot of tourists to the city. The city has been at the heart of the agricultural revolution in the UK and very much at the heart of the industrial revolution, producing particularly mechanical devices, steam-driven devices to aid the agricultural industry. But by the time we got to the end of the or the middle of the 20th century, the city was dying. Lots of people had left, industry had left, had moved across the world. And the leaders of the city council and the county council, plus other businesses, felt the only way to regenerate the city was to create a university in Lincoln. So they raised over £30 million to build our first building that was opened by the late Queen Elizabeth II in 1996. We started with 500 students, and every year since then we've built a new building, we've attracted new students, and now we have over 18,000 students in the university, including about 3,500 from overseas and about 1,500 from India. We've moved from being maybe an arts-based university to one that's created more STEM-based subjects. And 4 years ago, we opened a medical school. But over the last 10 years, we've created a brand new school of pharmacy, the first one in the UK for many years, brand new school of engineering in partnership with Siemens Engineering, as I said, a medical school. Our research that we do, and I think this is where, so I think we can collaborate on many things in joint programs, maybe consider whether TNE is something we should do. But in particular, the research that we do is really in 5 main areas that are very important to the county of Lincolnshire, but also have global reach. And a couple of those, I think, really align with the things you're doing. So our most founded, and again, I get an email just about every other week from the leaders of that group because they've won a new research grant, is in agritech and food manufacturing. So the use of robotics in farms. We hosted the very first UK robotic farm, a 50-acre strawberry farm in Kent, where they managed to treat the strawberries and pick the strawberries without human intervention and without use of biocides, insecticides last year. So they are working on reducing the carbon footprint of farms, the productivity of farms, particularly now as post-Brexit in the UK, the amount of labour available to pick fruit and vegetables disappears. But they link with our National Centre for Food Manufacturing, where they are considering the post-harvest looking after fruit and vegetables. Nearly 1/3 of all the fruit and vegetables that are consumed in the UK goes through Lincolnshire. uh, uh, and probably probably more than that in terms of the amount of food is processed in the county as well. So we have big food processing plants. So almost every international brand you can think of that manufactures foods has a base in Lincolnshire. About 90% of all the seafood that's processed in the UK is processed in the county as well. So we are looking at how you look after the fruit, the seafood, after it's been harvested and before it's actually consumed by the public. So a really good research link from, I guess, from the seed to the plate. The second area that we have reputation is actually the using of technology in healthcare. The fact that Lincolnshire is a very rural county compared to most of the UK. It's only got 1.1 million people in it, but it's the second biggest county in England. And trying to provide healthcare to rural and coastal areas outside of major cities is something that we're working very hard on to allow quality of life to be increased into elder age when you don't have direct access to hospitals in the cities. So that's our second main theme. Our third main theme is, and I'm not sure how this would link with yourselves, is in defence and security. We have some very major RAF bases in the county. It was the base of Bomber Command during the Second World War, and it has continued from there, providing data and security services to the UK government. The fourth area is low carbon technology. The county has one of the biggest carbon producing clusters in the UK, if not the biggest one. We have lots of steel works and chemical works, but we also have Europe's biggest wind farm just off the coast of Lincolnshire. So how do you transition traditionally carbon heavy industries to ones that are using little carbon? We are working, and this may also be an area that we can collaborate on in nuclear. There is the UK's first nuclear fusion plant is being built about 20 miles away from our campus. How do you provide the skills requirements for a brand new industry? And we're working with Rolls-Royce, looking at how their small micro reactors are being developed, and they're looking at whether they set up a site in the county. And then also we're looking after the nuclear waste services and looking at whether the burying of nuclear waste should be in the county as well. And then the final theme of our research that we are world class in is history, heritage, and conservation. We're in a historic city. We have very good medieval researchers, but we also have done conservation. So those of you that know the Houses of Parliament in the UK, they've just refurbished the main tower, the Big Ben Tower, and the clock face. Our conservationists worked out that there's a very specialised architectural paint unit that actually was able to find out what the original paint was that was used on the clock hands, and that was reproduced as it was refurbished. But we also have a lot of creative arts and use of digital in the creative arts, and I don't know whether that's something that we can look at into the future. But underpinning all of this, of course, is the growth in AI, cloud computing, machine learning, robotics, and how all those things support the research that I've just been talking about. So very pleased to be here today. I think that gives you a very brief view of the sorts of things we think we're good at. And finally, your foundation really matches the values of the University of Lincoln in trying to give opportunity to everybody. We were founded in the city, by the city, for the city, and for the region. We continue to have in our DNA the ability to give people from all backgrounds the ability to improve their life chances through education. And for them, when they move out into the community, we transform their lives by studying with us. Hopefully they go and transform the lives of those around them, the lives of those in the companies that they go and join, and the lives of the communities that they go and work into. So thank you very much for hosting us today, and I look forward to further discussions.
Thank you, Professor Neil. May we commence the discussion now on the areas of collaboration between University of Lincoln and Amity Education Group.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor, Professor Jester. I think that we had identified earlier, and which the discussions are already on the way, which was the TNE model and articulation in the areas of business management, agriculture, engineering, and biotechnology. But we will request our very distinguished scientists who are sitting here. We'll start with Admiral Bhatnagar. If you can introduce and give the opinion. Rear Admiral Bhatnagar is one of the very distinguished officers whom we specifically requested. He was in US that he should join us, and he is helping us in strategizing. He was a naval attaché and working with the Indian embassy in US. So he is helping now to collaborate with the various universities worldwide. But over to you.
Thank you for this very kind introduction. I'm very impressed with what you are doing in the University of Lincoln, and it only is right that we collaborate in all the fields that we have identified. But just give you a small brief on the national education policy, which Dr. Gurinder Singh spoke about. There is a strong emphasis on internationalization in that policy, and our Prime Minister himself has added a line there which says internationalization at home. And his goal is to make India a global education superpower. To that end, our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, has launched a program called the Amity Cross-Border Education Program, which facilitates students from around the world to come and take advantage of what we have to offer. Dr. Singh has already told you what we can offer in Amity. I will just give you a slight overview, because when students come to study abroad, they don't only look at the university, but they also look at the country. So you may have heard, it is all over the media, the situation that India is in now. We are growing at a rate which is the fastest large growing economy in the world. One thing that Dr. Singh talked about is about we are a very young country. So out of 1.4 billion, 1 billion are below the age of 35. Out of the 600 million people who voted in the last election, 1 million were first-time voters. That is between the age of 19 and 20, 23, 24. This is aspirational India. This is young India. The other thing that I like to highlight is that the world is looking at India as a favored destination to do business. So in the last 5 years, we've had foreign direct investment in 166 areas from 166 countries in 61 areas in all states and union territories of India. That's an indication of how much trust the world has in India. That's an indication of how much stable we are politically, how stable we are economically and socially. And therefore, this is the most opportune time for any student to come and study in India. And if it is India, it has to be Amity. And therefore, I would request you to urge your students, encourage them, tell them about India and Amity, and let them take advantage of what we have to offer. I know this is at cross purposes of your intention and visit, but it'll be of great help to the university as well as to the students. Thank you.
Can I just respond quickly to the call for getting students to come to India? We need to work very hard to get UK students to leave the country to study, but we're always looking for good partners where they will feel safe and looked after. And Amity, to me, seems to be the sort of university we should be encouraging them to go through. So we are part of the Turing program, and we will see whether we can add Amity to the list of our partners the next round.
Absolutely, I think that's the right way, because under the Turing scheme, we can look at the possibilities. We have been welcoming UK students, so let's concentrate on the Turing program first and see that if the students can be part of. Very briefly, Dr. Koshing and everyone, we need to look at the time also. So name and the areas of collaboration and any comments.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence over here, and we are very keen to work with Lincoln University. I understand that how international is important to the students, because I myself is a beneficiary of the internationalizations. I've been the alumnus of three top 10 universities in the world, like Wageningen University, Michigan State University, and this UC Davis. And apart from that, I'm also the alumnus of the top national institute, that is the Indian Agriculture Institute. So I've been personally beneficiary of this internationalization. So I feel that every student should get the opportunity to get the internationalization. And in this series, we'd like to collaborate with your institute. But I'm very happy to see the LIET, presence of the LIET in your university. And we would like to pursue this food and agriculture. We offer many programs, and we are very strong in research at agriculture, because our founder president is very passionate about agriculture. So not all private university have the agriculture here in India, but Amity University right from the inception had the agriculture as one of the institute research areas here. So we work not only in developing the technologies, but we also transfer those technologies to the communities, farmers. So we also work with the farming communities. So we offer at the one end, we involve the students in doing the research. So we do hardcore research in the labs, hardcore labs, and those technology we also take to the farmers in giving them that whatever we develop here and take the feedback of the farmers. So we work in different areas, including food processing, and robotics is one of the area where we would like to collaborate with you. Maybe we can have a joint center of your university and our university and this whatever is the this could be MIT Lincoln Institute of Agri-Food Technologies, could be one of the possibilities where we can we can define the areas where we can cooperate and then do the joint programs. Also, we offer BSc undergrad program, BSc Agriculture, and Masters in Post-Harvest Technology, which is very important. We are the only university in India offering the Masters in Post-Harvest Technology. And we also offer Masters in Agronomy and MBA Agri-Business Development. So these are the few things where programs and research. We have collaboration with international, like for the universities, like European Union. We have with Australia, we have with USA, and across the world we have the collaboration, including Rotham State in UK. So we would very happy to collaborate with your university, particularly in the area of AgTech. But we can discuss it one-to-one later on because time is short, so I will not go into detail. Maybe we can have a separate meeting to discuss the areas of opportunities in AgTech, maybe online mode or maybe in physical mode. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kaushik. I think that we will later on, we will create a strategic group. So agriculture, maybe that if you can introduce someone from your group where we can then associate our people, those who can look at that, how we can take initiatives in the area of agriculture. Thank you so much. Dr. Bhushan has already.
Yeah, I've already explained in very brief, but I'll be happy to share the detailed domain of S&T, which we do here, the kind of R&D we do, innovation we do. So if that of interest to you, we can mail the presentation. And also, I'm happy to map the technology areas which are of interest to both of us, and how do we pursue various interests, like for example, R&D research or faculty exchange program or collaborative projects, which could lead to demonstrable products. So there's a few areas I would be happy to, if you can give me some contact, happy to share and work together. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for visit. Most welcome, sir. Basically, I'm the director of Law School, Dr. Aditya Toma. We at MIT are the biggest law school of India and Asia. As a MIT group, we are having 12 law schools, and we are the only one who's running a school outside the boundaries of India, and that is the only school which is affiliated with the Bar Council of India. Bar Council of India is the regulatory body of legal education in India. So we are running 5-year integrated program, that is BA LLB, BBA LLB, BCom LLB with the humanities subjects and the management subjects. We are offering 12 specialization in LLM program, especially with the international trade law, international environmental law, IPR, cyber law, cyber security, and so. So in terms of collaboration, we can offer a dual degree program, or 6 months plus 6 months program, or 6 month plus 1 year program. Basically, the students are interested to go for 1 year LLM program in abroad. So nowadays there is a trend that the students are not only going for the masters in the law, they are also going for economics, social sciences, political sciences, and the other domains. just to develop their career aspirations in the different arenas. So we also can develop such kind of programs if there is a possibility, and that's also. Thank you.
Can I just go back on that? I'm not an expert in everything our law school is doing, but I know they're doing things in conflict, in trade, in cyber, and I think in particularly in sea, where boundaries are in coastal communities as well. So I'll follow that up. Thank you.
Good morning, Professor Neil. My name is Naresh Sharma. I come from Film and Drama Department. The most important, yesterday also we had a presentation, so I realized that we really need to figure it out in an exact way how we can collaborate with the international people. So immediately I realized that India, being a country which is having a largest number of productions, film productions happening, and when people from abroad wanted to come to India for a research work, particularly which is located in India itself. So we have a very, very strong connection all over the country with the filmmaking professionals. So if anyone from UK wanted to do a research project connected with Indian film industry, not just the Bollywood, but various other sections of the India, whether it is Hyderabad, Chennai, Calcutta, etc., which are 5 major centers. So we would be very happy to provide the direct linkage connections to the industry people, and obviously not to mention the guide and other things. So this is what I am proposing as of now, but very soon we will come out with a very, very specific, detailed, whether short term or long term, how student from UK can come to India and do something which is very, very Indian in nature, as well as something which Indian student wanted to go to UK and they could do it over there also. Thank you.
Why I'm smiling is my name is Aman Wats. I'm Deputy Director, Amity School of Film and Drama. I'll just continue from where Sir has left. Basically, we run but at bachelor's level, master's level, and doctoral level programs in filmmaking. We run a program in acting also. There is a program we have in visual effects and animation. And there is a program which is in game design and development. While coming here, I was going through your website and I realized there are lots of areas where we can collaborate, particularly in the research domain, where we have initiated a PhD program, which is research-based PhD program. And we are also exploring the practice-led PhD program. So there could be a possibility that we collaborate and we can develop joint research projects, which lead to the candidate getting PhD also, and maybe development of some new technology, or at least for some additional patent or copyrights. In addition to that, in our bachelor's and master's program, because of the international exposure student would get, we can always plan credit transfer semester wise. They can go for a couple of semesters there, study there, or students from there can also come and spend a semester with us, pick up the nuances, as Sir said, like we can initiate them with the process of doing research and doing a hardcore documentary filmmaking, or maybe initiate them with experts from the industry doing special visual effects or special effects, or getting into fictional filmmaking. So those are the areas broadly we can look at, and we can think in terms of future collaborations.
Good morning, Professor Neil and his team. Welcome to Amity. I'm Professor Dr. Seema Bhatnagar, and I'm representing the Biotechnology Department. So this is one of the leading departments in Amity where we have lots of patents and projects which are going on. We have more than 2,500 students in the department. We offer undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs in various, and the institute is divided in 5 centers. So we have more than 100 faculties who are divided in these centers. So regarding, I've gone through your website, and some of the things which I think where we can collaborate is student mobility, especially for apprenticeship and semester abroad. That would be something that the students would be interested in. Joint projects, especially with your pharmacy and the medical school. That is something that I think many of our faculties are already doing things in the clinical space. So that would be something of interest to the faculty. Joint guideship, that is a requirement for all our PhD students. We have to have a guide who's from an international university. That is something we can explore for our students. And of course, articulation programs maybe with pharmacy, if we can explore something where we can have articulation programs 1+2. We already have experience of establishing such programs with UK, so we could look further with your university as well. So I look forward to more collaborations. Thank you.
I'm Pen, introduction for myself. So I'm Pen from Associate Vice Chancellor and also Director of International. So our office, the main responsibility is driving the international agenda, in particularly on international recruitment. Just a quick run through the recent achievement. So we are, as Professor Juster just said, we now will have 3,500 students on campus, and that's across over 110 nationalities. And we are expanding to diverse more programs and more nationalities. By 2027, we're hoping to achieve international student population by 7,000 students. Here.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Chanchaljit Beasley and I'm the Regional Manager for South Asia for the University of Lincoln. A huge thank you to everyone for organizing this. This is fantastic. And I'm really overwhelmed and touched by the way you've offered so much of support and so many programs and offerings that you have here. I'm very keen to work with Amity closely, to be very honest, and I've worked with Kanishk for a long time when I was in my previous university, and we've always offered so much of support. I'm very keen to take this forward and see where we go from here. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hi, my name is Shutripti. I'm Senior Recruitment Advisor, and we support all the recruitment and operations from India. I just like to say I'm really honored to be sitting here with such senior academia. Whatever collaboration happens in future, whatever support is required from India to facilitate that, we'd love to do that. Thank you so much for having us.
Hello, everyone. I'm Prabjeev, and like Shrutipti mentioned, so we are two girls who are based in India. Shrutipti is working out of Delhi, and I'm based in Chennai, and definitely looking forward to collaboration with Amity and working closely with you guys together. Thank you. Thank you for having us here today.
Thank you so much, and welcome to Amity, the entire delegation from University of Lincoln. I'm Professor Meghna Sharma. The domain that I represent is management domain, and my institute is Amity International Business School. We're very happy. We echo your thoughts when you talk about carbon footprints, and we are the first one. You'll be very happy to know we are the first one who are very, very considerate, and we are working on ESG framework. And under ESG framework, we are working on climate change and green management. So we have recently offered BBA and MBA program in sustainability management, wherein a good cohort of students are ready to be for progression as far as also for articulation. For articulation program, yes, we have BBA International program and BBA International Business and Artificial Intelligence program. So as very rightly mentioned during the presentation by Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Sir, he mentioned that the programs that we are talking about, the Articulation International Business Program, Business Intelligence, Data Analytics program, today we have a very good number of students who are part of this program and ready for different pathways to move for the progression programs. As far as research is concerned, Amity is a research-driven organization, and Professor Jester focused on research, and we are very happy to share with all of you as part of our international research program. We are organizing research conference, IEEE, supported by IEEE, Springer, and Taylor and Francis, and we will be there in UK in the month of May. We'll be very happy if we can sit and we can work on how we can collaborate for that research program. We can have a joint session, we can have a joint collaborated total event, and we can have few partnership or few research paper to be presented in that program. Apprenticeship, another very, very optimistic thought by our Group Vice Chancellor, sir, wherein our students are given a chance to do apprenticeship for entire semester. So that means 6th semester, all the credits can be compensated with apprenticeship program. So they can be there for 6 months. We can definitely collaborate. That is another opportunity that we have to collaborate with the university. Apart from that, we have a very unique program that is BBA and MBA 3-continent program.
Under this program, in one semester, part of the program, see, in total program is part of the program they do here in India, then in UK, and then in US. So for good 3 months, our student will be there in UK. So for any university, they can work as an ambassador for further student to talk about your program. That is also another area where we can collaborate. And then, of course, as very rightly said by Guru Vice Chancellor, that this is the first meeting. We need few academic teams to discuss other possibility of mapping. We look forward for a very, very fruitful discussion. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Preeti. I'm a part of International Affairs Division, working very closely with our Group Vice Chancellor, Sir Dr. Singh. We look forward to have a very long-term relationship with University of Lincoln. Thank you.
A very good morning to Professor Neil, and thank you so much for visiting Amity University. Myself is Dr. Durgesh Kumar Tripathi. I'm a joint coordinator of Amity Institute of Organic Agriculture. Generally, our institution is offering 5 programs: BSc Agriculture Honors, MSc Agriculture Agronomy, and MBA Agri Business, and MSc Agriculture Extension. Our faculty is working on different aspects of agriculture, which are at present required to be work on, like organic agriculture and nanonutrient delivery and abiotic stress management. I'm also working on plant nanobiology, and I'm trying to just deliver the nano fertilizer to enhance the agriculture yield, the quality and the quantity of agriculture yield. I have been recognized as a top 1% scientist by Web of Science, and top 2% scientist from last 5 years by Stanford University. It will be very it will be very great to work with your university. My dean, Professor Nutan Kaushik ma'am, has already decoded the area of our collaboration. So thank you so much for visiting Amity University. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Harjinder Kaur from Amity Foundation of Science, Technology and Innovation Alliances. I've worked there as an assistant director, and our department is majorly for facilitating science. So almost everything has been covered over here in regards of collaboration. My one request, recently Government of India has announced a scheme named as SERP SIRE, in which our Indian researcher from various university or institution have the opportunity to visit overseas and select a host institution of any university or an institution to do their research for a tenure of 3 to 6 months. And Amity has been actively participating in this fellowship scheme. So we would request your kind self if we can have a brief discussion regarding the same, and request for endorsement from your side of our faculties who are interested to apply for this scheme and have an exposure overseas, and wherein both the institution can benefit each other. I mean, our scientists can exchange their thought at the university overseas, like LinkedIn, like your university, and we also have an opportunity to gain knowledge from your university. So thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you. I think that we have got Mr. Kanish Jain, who is Assistant Director, and Ms. Himani, and quite a few others who are representing International Affairs Department. But what we will do is that we will create a small document, we'll send to you. We have noted down all the priority areas, but maybe there's a concluding remark. You can tell us that which are the main focus areas besides business management, agriculture, engineering, and biotechnology, on which we have already shortlisted. Is there anything else you feel that we need to focus on? And then we will include that in the document, we'll send to you, and we'll create a strategic group of about 4 or 5 people. If you can also create a group, then we will talk about it and we'll see that the outcomes are achieved.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll certainly create a group from our end to facilitate the discussions. I think the one thing that's not on that list is really where we are with the cultural parts of the organization: filmmaking, animation, particularly how that's applied to digital. Whether we've got an emerging group looking at green filmmaking, so you reducing your carbon footprint. I don't know where that will lead, but certainly in terms of student exchanges, to understand different filmmaking and also live theatre techniques, I think is something that we'll be interested in. So I think we should add that to the list.
Thank you.
For the felicitation ceremony, may I request Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, to kindly present a memento to the esteemed guests on behalf of the entire Amity family. Professor Neil Juster, Vice Chancellor, University of Lincoln, United Kingdom.
Yes, sir.
An absolute pleasure to have the University of Lincoln, UK at Amity Education Group. Professor Peng, Professor Peng, Associate Pro Vice Chancellor, University of Lincoln, United Kingdom. Ms. Chanchaljeet Beasley, Regional Manager for Southeast Asia. Ms. Sutriti Sen Gupta, Ms. Sutriti Sen Gupta, Senior Recruitment Advisor. Ms. Prabjeet Kaur, Recruitment Advisor, University of Lincoln, UK. To freeze the moment for a moment and to cherish for all times, let's please come together. Many thanks from. May I invite everyone for a group photograph? Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day ahead.